Hey guys, I'm Jason with Virtuous Industries, and today I'm going to tell you how leads are more valuable than actual sales. Uh, Probably doesn't make any sense when I say it outright like that, but just stick around and it will, I promise you. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and the bell notification for future videos just like this. All right, so I'm sure you've gone to plenty of websites in the past where you have seen capture pages like this where it's offering you something for your name and your email address and you get access to the site. Well, this is a very common marketing strategy, also known as a squeeze page, a capture page, landing page. It's been called many other names throughout marketing, but the main point is that as a business owner, as a marketer, you are capturing a lead. All right, now the reason why I want to talk about this here is I'm going to draw you a little picture. We're going to give you scenario A and scenario B, because a lot of people think those capture pages are like spam and they're obnoxious and they don't want to do that. I've heard business owners, being a marketing coach, I hear this a lot. I'm starting to hear a lot of kind of weird perspectives on why people don't want to try things. Hence this video, because I want to clear up some misconceptions. So this is a common business model that people are okay with, right? They run their ad, let's say a Facebook ad or a Google ad. They're okay getting 100 people there. And once they click on the ad, it's a digital ad. Therefore, they have to go somewhere. So usually where do you send them? Your website, right? It's usually going to be a website. In this case, let's go ahead and say it's a Shopify store. It could be any website, whatever your niche. I was actually just working on a capture page. The one I was showing you was for yoga. So let's go ahead and say that it's a yoga Shopify store where you're selling yoga mats and yoga rollers and yoga balls, all that, blocks, everything. It's yoga apparel, fitness clothing. So the average Shopify store, good Shopify stores, has a 5 or 6% conversion rate. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and say 5%. That means out of the 100 people that you ran the ad, they sent them to your store, 5% of them bought. That's 5 people out of 100 that bought your product. And now it's over. Okay, so now we're gonna do a better business model, a better marketing tactic. Okay, now we're gonna run those same 100 people to our landing page, where we take their email, and they can't go anywhere. They have to make a decision here at this point. So what we did was we designed our ad to describe something that we're going to give them for free. So in this case, we're talking yoga, so it's going to be a yoga lesson, right? Or we'll say 5 yoga tips for the best yoga positions, right? It's a simple PDF download that they can get. So once they opt in here and they give their email address, they will then be taken to a sales page. All right. Now, why is this so important? This is where it gets fun, because out of those 100 people, only 5% buy right away. That's the success of the ad, the average conversion rate. But as far as opt-in pages go, depending on how well you target that ad, you can get this opt-in page 50, maybe even 60% higher, 80%. You can keep split testing it. That's the beauty of it. So with the 60%, we'll go ahead and say 50. All right, we'll go ahead and cut it. We can even go ahead and say 40%. All right, let's go with that, 40%. So out of the 100, 40%, that means that 40 people now see your sales page offer or Shopify store or whatever you want to call it at this point. That's 40 leads that you now get to follow up with. Before, when you were target driven, you were outcome driven by getting that sale. I got to get that sale. I got to get that sale. I got to get that sale. Now you have leads. Now they become part of the email sequence, because you can get an automated email responder and you can start sending them emails, befriending them, earning their trust, building a rapport with your target audience. Because let's face it, they love the same thing you love. That's why you are doing the same thing. In this case, yoga. Right? So they're more likely going to open your emails. 1, 2, so on. Let's say 20 emails. All right? And out of those 20 emails, you can sell them a few more items throughout the thing. So you are getting more sales on your back end. That's why a lead is more important than just a sale. If they come in and they buy and they're gone, you never see them again. There's no relationship. They're not telling anyone about you because they forget you the second that they're gone. But if you're in their face and you're reminding them, you now have a lead. You now have a relationship that you're building. They're a lot more likely to buy from you in the future, and they're a lot more likely to refer your product. Does that make sense? All right. So let's go ahead and jump back into that opt-in page that I just made a second ago. Now, this is the opt-in page that I made for yoga. And of course, I'm not in the yoga niche. I was just making it for fun, just for this example. So the page says lose 10 pounds in 1 week with hot yoga. Hot yoga is that where they turn up the temperature. It's like 100 degrees in the room and you're just sweating like crazy. Some people enjoy that, but hey, to each his own, right? I've done it once. I did not enjoy it. I can tell you that much. All right, so, but with this cheat sheet, you can teach them how to endure the heat, right? Like maybe do it for 5 minute intervals. Maybe if you drink a lot of water, you can last longer. Beforehand, make sure you drink a gallon of water throughout the day before you do this. Otherwise, you're not going to last. Just a whole, tips, helping them out, right? A cheat sheet, a guide. You're going to get more people to opt in, so that way when they come in, you don't even necessarily have to sell them anything. As a matter of fact, you get better results when you don't sell them anything right away. In this case, you just thank them, and you can put whatever you want, a video here, a course, lessons, have them engage with you on social media, build that trust. This is the whole point. This is what I'm getting at, is that a lead is 1,000 times better than just getting that sale. A sale is a quick buck. It's not going to get you anything in the future. But a lead turns into more money. It's stretched out. And plus, it spreads like wildfire because everybody wants to refer you. So what I'm using here is I'm using a software called ClickFunnels to build this out. And ClickFunnels is a pretty cool software. It's not just pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. Now, in this case, when I was talking about earlier how you can get a 40%, 50% opt-in rate, you can optimize it up to like an 80% opt-in rates, depending on how much work you want to do and how much effort you want to do modifying it. With this simple concept that comes with the software, it's called the split test. Now, right here was that one you just saw. This is the split test, and here is another variation of it that I can show you to right now. It's not much of a variation, but I removed the background so it makes it a little bit more plain, because sometimes people like that. That actually increases conversion rates. And here, actually, this is a book right here written by the CEO, put together by ClickFunnels, by the software, by Russell Brunson. Now this book actually has tons of split tests that they tried and stuff that increased conversions. This one, like here, let me give you an example here. Just randomly pick one here. Okay. This one right here. Yeah, this one had a 29% increase in conversions of people opting in. 29% conversion, and this whole article tells you what they did differently that changes it so that you can do the same thing for your capture pages when you build them. Why is that so important? Let's go back to the drawing board, shall we? Let's talk about why that's important. Now, I'm a big fan of back end profit, making money on the long term. That's where the real money is. If you're trying to get the quick buck on the first sale, I don't think you're going to have very much luck. But we'll say we got 100 people, drove it to the thing, right? Drove it to the page, and we'll say a 40% opt-in rate. They go through the email sequence, yada yada yada. And on the end of the sequence, we're going to go ahead and say that out of the 100 people, out of the 40 people, we got $400. Which these are just totally imaginary numbers, okay? Don't take the specific numbers. It really depends on what you're selling and how good you are building a relationship. But my point is, so let's say we got $400 on those 40 people. What if we did that split test and we changed it so that this capture page, we modified it, did a simple little tweak, and we found out that we can get that conversion rate up to 80%. Just like that, with a click of a button. Now this sequence changes your average rate to $800. Just like that. With the snap of a finger, click of a button, you just changed your profits. You just doubled your profits by doubling your conversion rates, just by making simple little tweaks like that. And so when you come here to this, capture page, you're going to see that there's different variations. I highly suggest you get the book because the book has got a lot of tips on stuff that you could do to increase your pages. You can also look up on YouTube and get some advice from other people. The book's probably the best way to go. The main point that I'm trying to make here is that a lead is far more valuable than a sale. And utilizing this system in softwares and sales funnels and through your email funnels, you are going to have a lot more money on your back end. Now, anybody who wants to sustain a long-term business plan, making money on your back end, it's not just crucial, it's a necessity. It's an absolute must-have. If you're if you're outcome driven, you just want that hard sale, then you'll get that hard sale, but you'll still struggle because you're going to be going one sale at a time. But when you're building relationships and you're building rapport and you're fixing problems and you're sending them through the sequence like this, you have a lot more success. And it's just simple math. Now, I'm not going to lie, a lot of people get confused when they first start out, so I created a whole course on how to do it. If you go through the course, I'm going to go ahead and put the share link. You can download this funnel I made. It's for yoga. You can download it instantly into your account. You have to sign up for the software, obviously, for it to work. There's a 14-day free trial. Download it into your 14-day free trial. It goes into your account. You can edit it and modify it any way you want. I'll put that link below so you can have this exact funnel. I'll also put a link for my course because I'm all about the long term. So I show how to do your email marketing, what to focus on, what not to focus on. And I'll put a cheat sheet down below just so you can download and you can take my 4-day course just like that. And then you can start modifying this all you want. You can move a button up here if you want. You can add different buttons, you can play around with it, change the picture in the background. Maybe you're not in yoga, maybe you're in camping, right? Change it, put your logo right there, whatever you want to do. Fully customizable, all right? And yes, leads are way more valuable than the sale itself because a sale will come and go. A sale is fleeting, but a lead can be so much more, all right? So, let me know what you think in the comments if you agree or you disagree. I also love to hear it. And until next time, we'll see you then.